The New York Jets finally won a game. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and I just wanted to talk about the New York Jets versus the Tennessee Titans here in week 4. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the podcast Just Jets, wherever it is that you get your podcasts. So, as you can see clearly, I am not at my home base. I am recording in a hotel in Houston, Texas. I was able to hang out with some Houston Jet fans. It was an absolute blast. I'll put in some Jets clips from that game right here, including my reaction to the missed game-winning field goal, or game-tying field goal, I guess I should say, for the Tennessee Titans. So let's talk about the game. The Jets started how they usually do in the first half on offense. They would go 3 and out. The Jets on defense would give up a 3rd and long, which was frustrating. They gave up a ton of 3rd and longs today. They ended up letting up a field goal attempt, which was fine. They very much so played a bend but don't break defense. The pass rush was really, really good today. John Franklin Myers, Bryce Huff, Sheldon Rankins, Quinnen Williams, all of them were really, really active in getting after the passer, and that was displayed early on, even in their first possession on the defensive side. Jets get the ball back, and what do you know? Another Corey Davis drop. Just a brutal start to this game. That's one that you absolutely have to help out your young quarterback, and just straight up dropped it. It was atrocious. So the Titans would get the ball back because the Jets would be forced to punt after that drop. Titans drive. There's a bad snap, which would end up settling the Titans for a field goal, so they would go up 6-0. But again, the Jets were playing bend but don't break defense. Their defense was keeping them in this game. Offense wasn't doing anything at all. You would have a Wilson pick on this next drive. You could argue whose fault it was. Corey Davis literally fell down, and he wasn't where Zach was anticipating. You could also make the case that Zach still shouldn't have thrown the ball. Whatever. It would lead to another field goal, so 9-0. But on this one, you had a Bryce Hall pass deflection, which was a really nice play, and another John Franklin Myers sack, who's just been absolutely phenomenal. So once again, defense standing tall. So 9-0 at this point, and then the Jets start to move the ball a little bit. They're moving in the first half. Go figure. They really tend to be a second half team. I think heading into this game, they only had 9 points in the first half in their first 3 games. 3 points in the first half in their first 3 games, because they were shut out against the Panthers and they were obviously shut out against the Broncos. So they would end up getting a field goal as Michael Carter would rush in a 2-yard carry for a touchdown, which was good to see the Jets go on the board. And there was a sarcastic cheer from a lot of Jet fans, both at the game and where I was watching. So fans were obviously happy to see the Jets get in the end zone. So 9-7 was the score at the half. Should have and probably could have been a lot worse considering how poorly the offense was playing, but defense was solid. I give them a ton of credit today. I thought Robert Saleh and Old Brick had their defense going, so definitely proud of how they played. To start the ball in the second half, Jets defense strong, more sacks than Ryan Tannehill. They didn't really do too much of anything, the Titans or the Jets, right away, but then you would have Zach Wilson come alive, which he really had probably his best half of football in his career so far in the NFL. Big play on 3rd down, the bomb to Cole. The Jets would end up kicking a field goal to go up 10-9, but that play was really a momentum shifter in this game. Titans get the ball back. They're moving it a little bit. Derrick Henry would score, 2-point conversion. They would go up 17-10, but the Jets drive a couple of big plays, and you would find Jamison Crowder not only for a first down, but then again on a touchdown. Jets would tie it up at 17. Then the next big thing in this game, the Zach Wilson bomb. Are you kidding me? To Corey Davis to go up 24-17. That is a big boy throw. That's why he went 2nd overall. That's why Jet fans are excited about him. And Corey Davis and Zach Wilson, both of them really needed that play. So happy to see them go in the end zone up 24-17. The Jets would get a turnover on downs on the Titans' next possession. Bryce Huff again making a big play. He's been phenomenal so far for the Jets this year. A really nice find in the undrafted free agent class in 2020. Wilson on the next possession really had a chance to put this game away. He missed Davis on third down. That would have iced the game. But then the Titans would get the ball back and they would extend it on a defensive pass interference. I'm saying that in air quotes because it's a borderline play on fourth down, which would extend the drive. So they would tie it up at 24. Jets and Titans going to overtime, tied up at 24 apiece. In overtime, you would have another big boy throw from Zach Wilson to hit Keelan Cole on third down. Unfortunately, the Jets would settle for 3 inside the 5 on third and goal from the 1. They ran like a play action fake kind of rollout. I think it was kind of like a bootleg play almost. I don't hate the idea. I wish Zach would have threw it away instead of losing 1 or 2 yards, whatever it was, and they would settle for the field goal at that point. But I don't hate faking running up the middle and going to the outside. I know some people were critical of that play call. I don't think LaFleur was phenomenal today. I think he was a little bit better, I guess, but ultimately, I don't hate that play call. The Jets would settle for 3 to go up 27-24, and the Titans would start moving the ball. And it was starting to get a little bit sketchy. They got themselves into field goal range, but the Titans would miss the game-winning field goal, or the game-tying field goal, excuse me. So the Jets would hold on to win 27-24, their first win of the season. They improved to 1-3. Congratulations to Zach Wilson, first win in the NFL. Congratulations to Robert Saleh. Feel good for both of those guys. And obviously I was surprised about this one. Before the game, I anticipated it to be a tough one for the New York Jets going up against the Titans, but they're without their number 1 and number 2 receivers. That definitely played a factor. I don't think Tannehill was perfect in the passing game. Henry obviously played a big role, but the defense, I think I give the most credit to. And Zach Wilson in the second half, man, he came to play. Were there plays left on the field? Of course, that's going to happen as a rookie, but ultimately, when you go 297 yards, 2 touchdowns to interception at 8.7 yards per attempt, that's a really, really good day. And Corey Davis ended up with 111 yards and a touchdown, so he makes up for his early drops and mistakes early on. So Jets get their first win of the season. They will be taking on the Atlanta Falcons in London next week. I will be back in studio, don't you worry, but maybe I should stay in Houston because the Jets are 1-0 with me in Houston, and obviously not as good when I am back at home. So maybe I'll have to stay here. That's going to do it for me on this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think about the game down below in the comments. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll talk to you next time.